Trevor Gregory has the Union flag in his hands and he drops it. Bit of creeping there from number 40, Mike Henney. And then the next group of cars is about to be released. Well, I should say group, it's only one car, isn't it, that's going off on the 11-second count, which is number 3, David Rose, in that beautiful Lotus. And then the next wave gets underway. There's a few more cars that time. You can see on the inset the remainder of the cars going out into the race, but we're now on our main shot, focusing on the cars that are already driving around the circuit. And this is very much one where we need to keep an eye on the timing screen rather than anything else, isn't it? To try and figure out actually what is happening, Josh.
That's right, but we should have some good battles, because you mentioned, like the two cars that are leaving now, Catton and Verheiden, very equally matched and on the same lap. So there should be some battles amongst all of this. So the leaders at the hairpin. We are still got the last batch or two to go.
We should be there because we've had more than 55 seconds already. I think we are just about, I think they've all gone now. So that's what yellow flags waving just to let the drivers know that there are still marshals and officials at the side of the circuit hurrying behind the barriers, but that seems to have just about worked. So at the end of the first lap, of course, and then Doug McCly comes out of the pit lane as well in the Cooper. Not quite sure where he's going to be in the classification, I'm sure.
I don't know why he needed to weave quite so dramatically across the circuit at the same time.
Right, it's Matt Tompkins leading the race, though. He has completed 3 laps, including his credit lap.
Should be Rod Renfrew when he comes through.
It should be, shouldn't it?
But he hasn't done his first full lap yet.
No. Then Renfrew, Plain Jones and Rose. But we'll wait for them all to come through in a moment. It is... Who's that on screen at the moment? That is the car of McClay, isn't it? The Cooper that's going through. These were two of the first cars that were released into the race. That's the 41 car of Chris Jones and 40 Mike Henney, and they were battling, weren't they, in the scratch race earlier on?
They'll continue that battle here in the handicap. Through the elbow they come, and just ahead of them, did Rod Renfrew take the start? So perhaps he didn't.
No,
so
he's not come through, has he? He's got the exclamation mark next to his name, like he's not appeared, so maybe he won't be in the lead of the race. It might well be Matt Tompkins that has the lead of the race. You can see that Doug McClay's now completed his first lap, and he is slotted into 5th on the time screen. So we're watching on screen now the battle between Tim Sage and Chris Martin, that is, in the Centaur Mark 12, isn't it? So, and that is Sage, who should be quicker of those two cars, now getting through and pulling away.
He's 18 seconds he's got to catch on the Catton for Hayden battle, and Catton is ahead. Remember, he had the slow start in race 1, so wasn't really involved in the battle with the other two. So on the first flying lap, James Ricketts only caught Matt Tompkins by 7/10. What does Tompkins' best lap in race 1, Ian?
Tompkins' best lap in race 1 was a 1:14.
He's already gone a second quicker than that.
Ooh. So he's possibly looking in good stead. Just one car coming down the step straight. This is what you'll find. You'll find little batches of cars coming through. That is the 66 car coming through. So that's James Ricketts. He took that drive on from Nick Hayward-Cook, who was slated in the programme to be driving that car, but he's taken that over now. Beautiful looking machine, isn't it, Josh? It's making its way up.
Yeah, single-seater Austin 7. It's not a supercharged car. It's in second place in the race. He's done a 1 minute 12.4 on his first flying lap. So he's trying to close in on Matt Tompkins. Tim Sage, currently 2 laps behind him, is about to unlap himself in one of those times with what could be 10 laps of the race to go, could be 8 minutes. Perhaps suggesting it might be 8 minutes of the race to go. So Tim Sage will unlap himself. Gap down to 22 seconds. So he caught 1.7 seconds on that lap. Better lap from James Ricketts.
Yeah. So there is that 66 coming through. Then Richard Verheiden, of course, our race 1 winner. He's sort of battling his way through the field, but he's behind the Dyson, isn't he, here, of Greg Catton. And so those are really battling for position, you would think. Where are they actually in the order at the moment? They are down in 16th and 17th in the classification at the moment. Verheiden having set the best lap of the race so far, 59.851. Only drivers so far below a minute.
They are, well, they were 10 seconds behind Paul Mason, but they're going quite a chunk quicker. So they will close in on the car ahead, down to 5.7 seconds. They caught 4 seconds on that lap.
Matt Tompkins still the leader, number 17. Now 6 laps in the book. He's just going to press the line once again, and he's done 1:13 that time through. So again, lapping quicker than he did in the earlier race.
On screen now is Peter Marsh, who had all those problems in the earlier race, was doing slow laps. He's already in 7th, and he's considerably quicker than cars ahead. He's on a 1:04 as his best lap. So Peter Marsh on screen now taking 6th position away from Douglas McClay's Cooper, and quickly progressing through the order. Could Peter Marsh find himself in a good result here in the 1937 Super Snort Austin 7 for the former Caterham racer?
Yeah, and his next target is going to be Charlie Plain-Jones in the number 22 car, who was about 5 seconds or so up the road, I think, at the start of the lap. Meanwhile, problems for the Lotus, I'm afraid to say. That's David Rose. Looks like he's going to go into retirement. I think he's going to pull into the paddock there at the back entrance. That's a great shame for him.
Catton's got into the 58s in the Dyson, so that's going quickly. These two are still going at it, aren't they? They have been all day. John Donnelly and Chris Jones. Jones on the inside in the left-hand drive DNC, and it looks like he will gain a place. The driver from the West Midlands who raced in motorcycles in the 1990s, 1976 car. He is at the wheel. Here is our race leader, Matt Tompkins, the 32-year-old from Lincolnshire, in the Tompkins Special, a car that he created last year, which was all documented in magazines. Ian.
Yeah, it was a series of articles.
Practical Classics.
Practical Classics, yes. So, and the car has been developed. It's got quicker since it made its debut at Phillip Park. Interestingly, how the driver's mirror is sort of lower than the passenger side. No, I suppose that is by design.
This car originally a Ruby Saloon, as so many road going Austin 7s were, but converted into racing.
It's going to be it's interesting because I think he's in a really good position, especially if it is a slightly shorter race than expected.
So Peter Marsh is 48 seconds behind and going 10 seconds of that faster, so he needs 5 more laps. Yes,
and he would catch him, wouldn't he? That's the most likely driver to catch him.
He's done a 1:3. What was Peter Marsh doing earlier? I know he had problems.
Peter Marsh earlier's best lap was a 1:05.
So he's going a couple of seconds quicker than that. But the car wasn't running smoothly. So for Peter Marsh, he's in good contention. I think he's probably about to pass Charlie Plain-Jones if he hasn't already done so.
He's got Tompkins here come quicker because coming up behind him, but they are a lap behind him. So this is effectively to unlap themselves. This is John Donnelly and Chris Jones. They're coming up to unlap themselves now, so they would need to pass him again, Matt Tompkins, before the end of the race, and they may run out of laps. We've had now 8 laps of the race on our timing screen. It's Tompkins, number 17, leading by 17 seconds from Ricketts, number 66, but there's only sort of 2 seconds lap difference in terms of their pace. James Miles is 3rd in number 11, and he's lapping a similar pace to Ricketts, so he's not going to catch him. The one that we need to watch out for is Marsh. He's now 39 seconds behind and lapping 9 seconds a lap faster.
Yeah, so he's passed John Moss as well as Charlie Plain-Jones on this lap. The Chris Jones-John Donnelly battle continues. They are still battling over 9th and 10th positions, but now on the lead lap, as we documented. And they passed Matt Tompkins. Into Gerrard's corner they go with what should have been really 6 laps to go, but it may not be anywhere near that.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. It's not quite clear on what is going to go on here, because it should have been a 50-lap race, but obviously with the earlier delays that might be reduced, which is tricky in a handicap race. Good scrap going on here still. Donnelly up the inside of Jones going into the S's, and this is of course still for a relatively lowly position, 8th and 9th position they're battling over, but they're going to make another place here because they're going past Douglas McClay in the Cooper. So up to 7th and 8th respectively they will go now as they're rounding Shaw's corner once again.
Peter Marsh is about to pass James Miles to 3rd, so 11 and 8 are together through just going out of Gerrard's, I think. So Peter Marsh is about to claim 3rd place. Now this is going to work out quite tight, I think, with Tompkins, isn't it, if we go to time between the two of them, because the gap is half a minute and he's catching around 10 seconds a lap still. Yeah. So if we do get 3 more laps, that could be quite close between those two.
Yeah, absolutely right. So Charlie Plain-Jones there, enjoying his Race is still showing in 6th position overall. Dyson of Catton is still ahead of Hayden. Between them at the moment is the number 40 car, Mike Henny's Jeffrey, just a little bit further back. They're 11th, 12th and 13th at the moment, but they're some of the quickest cars out there. Charlie Plain Jones been lapping in the, well, on the last lap actually in the 112s, but his best lap is a 107, so that's not going to help his cause if he's not lapping particularly consistently.
Peter Marsh is now 21 seconds behind the race leader and 7 behind the second place car. He did get past James Miles as expected. So Charlie Plain Jones is about to lose 6th, isn't he, to John Donnelly around the outside across the line. Richard Carter and Ben Bolt, they were battling in race 1 and they're together again. Just ahead of Paul Mason. Paul Mason, was he in that battle earlier too?
He was, yeah, he was sort of featuring in this. So up towards the hairpin they go, round it they go. Fantastic racing here. Richard Carter in the number 88 car. And then Ben Bolt in 13, Paul Mason in the 67 car. Long-time racer in 754, and a historic 754 with Paul Mason. A variety of different cars he's had over the years.
If it means anything, Matt Tompkins has crossed the line and not received a last lap board.
Okay. Yes, with only 43 seconds left on the clock. 11 minutes and 8 seconds of time having elapsed in this race when he crossed the line.
He's 13 seconds ahead of Peter Marsh, who's now just got past James Ricketts for second.
Yeah, if there is only one lap, then it's not going to make it, I don't think, is he, Peter Marsh? But he probably will do if there's more than that.
Yes, and then is there others, if we are going to 15 laps, who might...
Yeah, we need to think about other people as well that could come into the equation as well. So we've got, there's Tompkins, we're watching him
Checker
again.
flag's being picked up.
The checker flag has been picked up, so I think we will get checker flag this time. 3 of them side by side there. Actually, that's Richard Verheyden getting ahead of Greg Catton for position, so that could be significant for whatever position it is they're battling for, which is 10th and 11th at the moment. Checkered flag is being prepared. The clock has counted down to 0.
Peter Marsh is in shop now behind Matt Tompkins.
But not quite close enough. So Matt Tompkins coming through Devil's Elbow, and it is going to be Matt Tompkins then, with the race being slightly shortened, that takes the checkered flag to win the handicap race for the Raceparts historic 750 Formula Series by, in the end, 2.5 seconds, so only just another lap and he wouldn't have done it. Peter Marsh, number 8, in 2nd place, and then I think 3rd place across the line, number 66, the car of James Ricketts in the Austin 7. 4th across the line, yeah, breaking up place on the last lap, 37 John Donnelly and 41 Chris Jones. I think if it had gone the distance, they could have been in contention for the full win.
I think Peter Marsh probably would have had it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I suppose he was only lapping a little bit slower than those two.
Yeah, but it is what it is. So Matt Tompkins didn't take his first ever victory. Whether he knows it yet or not, we will find out. Some big battles further back here, aren't there?
Well, and you see how the cars are clumping together a bit more as we get towards the end of the race, which is just how it should work in a handicap race.
If we had 3 more laps, there would have been a lot more of this, wouldn't there?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a shame it didn't go on slightly longer because of the earlier delays, and the clock, of course, keen to try and get as much racing as possible in between now and the 6 o'clock curfew. Had to slightly reduce that, but
got 3 races to an hour and a quarter, so absolutely needed.
Absolutely right, but no, good fun race that to end the season for the historic 750 Formula competitors, and the handicap race is pretty random anyway in terms of the results that it can throw up. So I don't think anyone will mind too much, and I'm sure they'll all be very pleased that Matt Tompkins has had a win. Number 17 in the Austin 7 Tompkins Special, 12 laps completed. He was 2.5 seconds clear of number 8 Peter Marsh in the Austin Pigsty Super Snort. Number 6 James Ricketts was 3rd in the Austin 7, 10 seconds behind. 4th was number 37, first of the Class C cars, that was John Donnelly in the Merlin. Only about 6/10 ahead of number 41 Chris Jones, and then 6 James Miles completed the top 6. 7th was number 85 John Moss, 8th was number 6 Richard Verheyden, 9th was 31 Greg Catton, and 10th was number 55 Chris Martin at the end of the race for the Raceparts historic 750 Formula Series. And we look forward to seeing them out again next season. Very shortly we should be able to head down to Parc Ferme, and we'll hear from Kieran Mogg with our successful drivers in the historic 750 Formula Series.
Thank Thank you very much. I'm down here with 3 very surprised drivers. None of them had any idea they'd be on the podium, but we'll start with Matt Tompkins. Matt, you hauled in just like if I won.
I did. Yeah, I got directed this way, and I thought someone had made a mistake. I'm not quite sure what went wrong there. No, it's amazing. A handicap race. This has always been at the very back of the grid. I didn't build the car to come racing. I built the car to go to the pub, and I met James Winstanley from the 750 Motor Club at the Race Retro, and he said, "Why don't you come racing?" And I have, and I've won something, which is slightly surreal, really. So it just going say flat out and thoroughly enjoying the fact that it brings the playing field completely different to what the engine is doing, because it wasn't built as a racing car. So to be standing here is absolutely astonishing.
Well, fantastic way to end the day for you. Congratulations.
Fantastic way to end the season. I'm buzzing.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you. Let's have a quick chat with Peter Marsh. Peter, if I can just jump in a second. P2 for you. Are you as surprised as Matt is?
Well, my car wasn't really running terribly well at race 1. It was firing on about 2 cylinders, but I finished. Changed the coil, changed the fuel filter, and bingo, going like a bomb. Great.
I'm guessing you're just as confused as some of us are watching sometimes. We're just trying to figure out who's in the lead and where everybody is.
Not at all. I know every move, every place. Every place. I haven't a clue, and I didn't know I was second.
Well, by the fact that you were pointing at the second play board, looking at me going, it kind of gives it away.
Very welcome, though. Very welcome. Another pot on the shelf. But I'm not. My wife won't allow me to put the pots in the dining room, and I hope she's looking at this.
Well, congratulations, and hopefully you get the dining room in the porch.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, thank you very much. Let's have a quick chat with James Ricketts. James, that's interesting race. You look surprised as well.
Yes, I'm very surprised, to be honest. It's my first time racing the 750. It's been great. Many thanks to Nick Hayward-Cook, who owns the car, who's let me drive today. Yes, I was just watching the mirrors all the time and trying to just keep running away from them all. But that was excellent, real good fun.
Good. Well, congratulations on P3.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Now we can see some of the drivers just come over here just to congratulate these 3, which is what's fantastic about this paddock. But we have to move on, unfortunately, because the Clios are coming up next.